when I go to the gym, it's known, I make it known that that's my time. That's my 60 or 90 minutes, and that is my time to focus on my mental health and my physical health and just that me time that I think is so valuable. I think everybody needs. And however you get your me time, you need to make sure that you're doing it. And for me, it's 5 days a week. I have this time in the gym where I can work on my weights and I can work on my conditioning and I can just get my head together and it provides me clarity for the day and it gets me into a really, really good place. But this morning was a little bit different situation. So I was at the gym this morning and it was interesting because it was super quiet. I think the weather just kept a lot of people away. But there was this gentleman that I see a couple of days a week, and he finally came over to me and he said, "Hey, I just want to ask you a question." And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And he said, "You're an older guy." Thank you. What gets you to the gym every day? Like I see you no matter what day I'm here, except on the weekends, I see you here. So what gets you to the gym? What inspires you to get yourself into the gym every day? And I said, really for me, it's the gym is a huge part of my morning routine. And I've talked about the importance of my morning routine for a long time, but I said, to get up like even this morning when it was icy and cold and it was just really kind of a nasty morning, I said I really, rely on three things. I rely on myself being intentional, rely on myself being consistent, and I rely on myself being disciplined. And when you have those three things, when that alarm goes off at 6 o'clock or 5:45 and says get out of bed and you don't want to get out of bed, that discipline kicks in and says, no, you need to do this. And here's the reasons why you need to do it. It's going to help you mentally, it's going to help you physically, it's going to get you ready for your day. You need to do this. And once I'm out of bed, game on. I'm there. So we talked about the importance of a morning routine. We talked about intentionality and consistency and discipline, and he's very much to some degree as I am in being reliant on those three things. But then we talked about, where are we in our journey? And I said, I've been going to the gym now for 13 months, hands down, best shape I've ever been in my entire life. And having that consistency and that discipline is part of getting me there. But I said, for me personally, my mental clarity is much better than it had been previously. I said, and it really helps me with my diet. And I don't say diet in like I'm on a diet plan, but just what I eat on a daily basis and how I meal prep and how I kind of look at food differently now because now it's food is just the fuel that I need when I'm at the gym and to get me through my day. And so how I eat, the pattern that I eat is much different now. So it's breakfast, it's snacks, it's lunch, it's snacks, it's dinner. I try not to snack after dinner if I can because I think that's really important. It's a lot more fluid, so it's a lot more water and it's hydration and it's just kind of getting myself through the day. So we talked about health, we talked about diet, and then I said to him, hey, to be perfectly honest, one of the biggest changes in my life over these past 13 months is that while I've always considered myself a casual drinker and I really never drank that much, my alcohol consumption is probably down 90% since I started at the gym. Part of that is just my body doesn't crave it. It doesn't need that to help me cope with things because I'm in such a better place mentally and physically. And the other side of that is when I do drink, because my body is kind of going through this, you know, this redesign, if you will, the alcohol actually makes me feel so much worse. Like one drink and the next morning I'm like in a really bad place. And so mentally it's like, yeah, I want that drink because it's Friday night and I want to end my week and this is how I usually do it. But then I know Saturday morning before I go to the gym, I'm going to feel horrible. So what's the benefit? And so the benefit now is that I just don't do it. Do I never drink anymore? No, I do. There are times that we go out and I'll have a beer or bourbon, but it's significantly reduced. And part of the whole process is that the boys also have pretty much given up alcohol in their training journey because they're running, they're going to the gym, they're getting ready for the marathon. they're really committing to their body. And so alcohol that gives them no benefits has been, both of them have really kind of significantly reduced that amount of alcohol in their body. And I'm not here today to advocate that you should stop drinking. That's not what this is about, but this is my journey. This is what has worked really well for me. So it's my morning routine. It's being intentional and consistent and disciplined. It's having a better diet. It's removing alcohol from the majority of my days and my weeks. And it's just staying true to me. It's being in a better place mentally. It's in a better place physically, and just the changes that I've made and that I'm making and that are really noticeable. The funny thing for me is I've been going to, like I said, 13 months. I'm down 1 pound, which is crazy, right? And the boys are down like crazy amount of weight. I'm down a single pound, but physically, I'm in the best shape of my life. So I don't really worry about the number. The number never really mattered to me. It's like my age, my number doesn't matter to me. It's how I feel both mentally and physically. All comes together in my morning routine and that discipline around my morning routine and getting to the gym every day. And I will tell you that the days that I'm supposed to be to the gym, if I don't go to the gym, I feel really bad, both mentally and physically, and I'm really kind of disappointed in myself. So it isn't often that I miss those days. When I commit to going to the gym, that I go to the gym. And there are times when I can't go in the morning, so I'll go in the afternoon, I'll go in the evening. I'm not great. I'm not a great gym person at the end of the day because it gets my endorphins going, it gets my head really running, and then I don't sleep. And then so the next day I try to get back to the gym at the same time, and it really is kind of hard. So that discipline of getting to the gym 5 days a week, typically taking the weekends off to kind of let my body rest, being consistent in my diet over the 7 day period. I really kind of try to be healthy and just eat right and kind of lay out my food plan. My level of hydration is really important to me. And then again, not to advocate either way, but the fact that I have diminished my alcohol consumption so significantly has had such major impact on me that I can't ever see myself flipping that dial and going back to being that casual drinker who may drinks too much sometimes. And again, if that works for you, if you enjoy your alcohol, if you're in control of your alcohol, I'm not here to tell you to stop. I'm simply kind of reiterating for me the benefits that it's had. So again, as I kind of talk about these things going forward, it was such a great conversation with this gentleman this morning because we had so much in common and he follows pretty much the same plan that I do. Kind of reinforcement of what I'm doing and the way I'm doing it is working for me. Come up with a plan, come up with a strategy that works for you because what works for me probably won't work for you. I mean, it may, but it may not. So you need to work on a plan that works for you. If you need any guidance or tips on how to get into that routine, DM me, reach out. I'd love to have a conversation to help you move on your mental and physical health journey. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.